Malo mo tau te lava mai ki he fia whakafof koe ni. Ko e fia tu siteni a hoa no katopa o wafia mau ataha. Pea ko e fia tu siteni o ku iai pe tau amana krele ki he polokalama kuia ko os fotutu i he fia tu site ko tau pe. Ai ko tau talanoa ia ki health. Ko e mo uilele ai sino o tangata. Ko ia i he whiawhini o ko whakahako polokarama atu pia mo Dr Ray Ebrahim me tonga eiki pa pehe whoki kia Emeline wha umuni dei me Seattle pia ko au Brenda ko ngai ka whoki me Seattle. Te tau hoka tu rewa ki he tau polokarama ko ia o hoko mai ko e tāpo ki e tau polokarama he whiawhia ka tau lotu te tau toki hoko hoka tu aipi. Malo.
Tauloto, our Heavenly Father, thank you for protecting us and bringing us every day to give us another chance. A lot of people pray. A lot of people, they call your name. They give you glory by their lips. And you never know them because they never know you. You are a real God. So you put us every day to speak up the truth. You give us the power to stand straight forward, to deny the lies, even when people create fake stories without no evidence. You still keep us strong because you said, I will give you the wisdom for you to know when you will talk and when you will go in silence. And when you talk, I will give you the wisdom, the way you will talk. And when you are in silence, I will give you the wisdom, how to be in silence. The world, the universe, it's all under your willing and under your wisdom. Open our heart, our brain, our eyes, to look to the main light, to the power of your Holy Spirit to come to us. As you said, today, I'll put you front of your life from today, the life and death, and it's your choice. And today, it's our choice to choose the power of the Spirit and your love, or to choose the other line, the death and sin. We pray for our sister Tupohelo to rest in peace. We pray for all the Christians all over the world. They suffer because they are Christian. We pray for all the people they sick and they need to get healed, to heal them, because you are the main doctor and you are the creator of us. Listen to our prayer. By your name, by your word, Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
Boni.
Viva Dr. Ray. That's Dr. Ray's favorite.
That's a beautiful song.
I would like to
love
say,
it.
sing, Dr. Ray.
Yeah.
Tagalaba ya kung wala kita programa kasi have to sit in ko tao
programa ini pia may tala no ke mo ilelate na mo Dr. Ray, and welcome back Dr. Ray. It's always nice to have you back on our Tuesday night show, and let's give it back to you and see what are we going to talk about tonight on the health talk.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks, Melanie. Thanks, Brenda. As everyone knows, I'm nutritionist and herbalist here in Tonga, but in my country, I'm neurologist. Before we start the health show about Kaihuipe, the song we see, I just want to send message to all of Tongan, because we called, or the Tongan people call themselves a Christian country. I just want to ask a question to everyone. How many person a day you crucified him as Peg days they crucified Jesus? How many person a day you create a fake story as a fake witness when the Pharisees bring the fake witness against Jesus? And now you stand up and pray and you said, Malo sisu kaihuipe. Just wake up, Christian. Because the end of the day, if you crucified 10 people, you crucified 10 Jesus a day. Because Jesus said, whatever you do is the people you do is me.
Yes.
So this is my question to all Tongan. How many Jesus per day you crucified in a wrong way by twisted the information and by creating fake stories? So this is a question before we talk about the health show, because, you know, to be healthy in heaven rather to be in hell. So which is healthy way? To be in heaven or to be in hell? So this part of the health show, this question to everyone, Tongan or not Tongan, to all Christian, how many Jesus Christ you crucified per day? 100, 10, 1,000? Because the end of the day, if you come and cry and you say, forgive me and give me a blessing, the end of the day, your hand was full of blood of all Jesus Christ you crucified per day and per your life. So just to all the Christian POA. Today, I want to start with one big news that's make me happy for all over, for all the people they have kidney failure in dialysis all over the world. The US doctor, last week they success to do a transplant from pig like puaka kidney to a human body, first time. And I think this US doctor, they deserve to get the Nobel Prize.
Nobel Prize.
Nobel Prize.
Because I tell you what, if you look to the how many people around the world, you talk about 10 millions, at least 10 millions patients, they need they are in dialysis, they need a kidney transplant, like they need a donor for them. I want to start with this news because this news, it's very important. You know, it's for me and for you and for TWN and UNIBIF. We need to bring all the new thing happen on the health and the science for the people to know. So I want to, Irene, if you play this one, and I will explain what happened there. But I want you to read, and then you put us back, and I will explain what happened in the kidney.
Did you send it to me, Dr. Ray?
Yeah, on the messenger.
Okay, I'll get it.
Go ahead
and
continue on talking.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I'll take a look at
it. For the stupid Muslims, when they call the Christian pigs and puaka. see how now the puaka save life in people, like the valve, the heart. When we use the valve, we use the valve from the puaka, from the cow. So puaka now, they save life. But the sad thing that the Muslim religion reject this type of technology because it's come from puaka. Good luck, go and die, who cares? But we are Christian. So can you play this news?
Okay, I have it on the news. I don't have it on a video. So you just want to play that? Like on the...
Just put the news. Yeah, put the,
okay,
the news slide.
sure, I can do
Because
that.
we can't play the video because we don't have the copyright for the video, but we have the copyright for the news because it's news.
Sure. Okay, you can see it now.
Yeah.
Let me see. I need to. Okay, it's right here.
So what happened here? The U.S. surgeon, they success.
Yeah, I need to get rid of this.
Okay. So you can read what's down there because I can't read it from here.
Okay.
So
You
for
want to
the
read
first
that?
time, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. For the first time, a pig kidney had been transplanted into a human without triggering immediate rejection by the recipient's immune system, a potentially major advance that could eventually help alleviate dire shortage of human organs for transplant. The procedure done at New York University Langone Health in New York City involved the use of a pig whose genes had been altered so that its tissues no longer contain a molecule known to trigger almost immediate rejection. The recipient, a brain-dead patient with signs of kidney dysfunction, whose family consented to the experiment before she was due to be taken off life support, researchers told Reuters, this is Reuters University though, okay, for 3 days, the new kidney was attached to her blood vessels and maintained outside her body, giving researchers access to it. So test results of the transplanted kidney function look pretty normal, said the plant surgeon, Dr. Robert Montgomery, who's led the study. The kidney made the amount of urine that you would expect from a transplanted human kidney, he said, and there was no evidence of vigorous early rejection seen when unmodified kidneys are transplanted into non-human primates.
Perfect.
So we stop there?
Yeah, and
all
back
right.
us to the screen.
Sure.
So what happened here? Actually, they use the same word we use. Molecule. You remember when we talk about the drug detoxification and what drugs affect and make the bone marrow come with one missing molecule? So what happened here? The buaka kidney, they have the molecule. If we put it on human, the molecule here, they will produce more sugar in the blood, and that's will cause, and the person died. The sugar blood will go high and death. So we talk here about, when they talk about genes, like genetically modified, what happened here, we took the molecule, the one caused the buaka kidney to produce more sugar. So they took this molecule. So this is number one. You got it?
Yes.
They took it out? Or modified only?
They put the genes, modified the
Oh,
gene to
okay.
not make the kidney of the buaka produce more
Sugar.
glucose.
Yeah.
Glucose. So they took this molecule. So now the kidney buaka, they not produce the glucose. So this is a big issue being stopped. As at the beginning, when we use the valve in the heart from the buaka, we have here a big problem, because the big problem is the calcium. So the valve, the buaka valve on the heart,
The valve.
they have more calcium, as the kidney have more sugar. So what happened when we take the valve from the buaka heart to the human, we put it through a lot of process to take the calcium. And also after they install the valve, the person will be in the ICU, the intensive care unit, to measure the calcium level. Because when you have a high calcium, that can cause a stroke. So as they do years and years ago and success, and they save a lot of people life with heart failure. Now, same. But because the stem cells technology, the biotechnology and the nanotechnology, it's been this, when I remember a few months ago when I said the stem cells, that's the revolution or the revelation of the medicine, because we deal with the genes, stem cells, and DNA, RNA, which is most probably we're dealing with the RNA. When I talk about the RNA, we talk about the ribonucleic acid.
Mm.
Okay, so that's how the technology now is going so far. This is number one. Number two, do you remember last week what we talked about in the health show? The one is here.
That, yeah,
Oh,
that,
the thymus gland.
yeah.
Perfect. So the thymus
Over.
gland, yes, I want you to be with me. The thymus gland here play part for the T cells and make the trigger to make any foreign cells to be rejected from our body. So what happened here? I go through inside deeper and deeper. And it's not about they took the molecule. They make the kidney buaka produce more glucose. But in fact, here, the science talk, they transplant, they transfer, they took part of the thymus gland of the buaka to be with, transplant with the kidney to the human to reduce the reject of the cells of the buaka kidney to the human. See, when you study science, everything you sit, put your brain, and you will have solution. How we take this molecule, how we make these people or this body do not fight against the buaka kidney. So
Right.
now the solution for what we've been talking, they took, this surgeon happened on Saturday. Our show was same day last week when we talk about thymus gland, and even you
Thymus gland.
surprised and you told me it's first time for you to hear about the thymus gland.
Yes.
And when I told you how it's important, like when you cough, you've been doing like this or you rap, this because how the importance of the thymus. That's why it's God gave us this experience before we know what's in here. So
I want to ask you this quick question before we move on. So the valve that's right here in your chest, is it right there where the thymus gland is? Or no? Or is it by the heart?
This my thymus here, but the
Okay.
thymus gland on the buaka in a different area. So they took part of the thymus gland of the buaka to put it with the thymus gland we have attached together, okay, to reduce the main thymus gland to produce T cells as a
Okay.
trigger to make
Yeah.
the new kidney from, because I tell you, the thymus gland from the buaca, they already identify the cells from the buaca, so they will not attack the cells, the buaca cells. But your thymus gland, the T cells here, it will attack any foreign cells. But now the memory, they took part of the thymus, put it with our thymus, they work together to make configuration for the new cells. So the T cells come from the thymus, it will not attack the buaca cells, which is now this surgery success for 3 days. The body never rejected. And when I talk about kidney function, that's the creatine level. This patient, he's been brain dead, but they put all the device to make him alive. But in fact, he passed away because of the kidney failure. He was waiting for donor, but he passed away. So what happened for someone passed away because the kidney stopped? We put the new kidney, all the devices for 3 days. The kidney function perfect. All the urines come very smooth and very nice. But I'm telling you here, when I speak and about the thymus, about the molecule, if you put part of what I said on the drugs, what the drugs do in our body and how we should detox, and when I talk about the thymus gland, if you can put together and you can see now how this surgery success. That's not like to convince someone, as they said on the letter.
We don't want to convince.
In the letter, they said I have to convince them to get my license, which is, we'll talk later about. But here, when the surgeon, he have this knowledge of anatomy and the biocells, the stem cells, and then they put together to convince to save life. That's the word, convince, to save life. But all these subjects come together from biochemistry, chemistry, nanotechnology, biotechnology, stem cells, and endocrine, because DIME is part of the endocrine. All these come together as one information in one sandwich to eat. One
Sandwich.
Very good, very good. You know why I ask you? Because my best friend had an open heart surgery, and she has to choose between the valve of a cow or a valve of a pig. And she chose the pig. That's Nancy, Lini. Yeah. So she made it successful. So she's living up to now.
Yeah, I tell you, the open heart surgery, when they use, because that's here the situation. If you use the cow valve, we have a timeline. The cow valve can go for 15 years, but the buaca valve can go up to 25 years. But we have another one, the metal one. The metal one, this can go for whatever. But again, you know, same thing. We have calcium problem, so we take the valve, put it on the process, give the patient liquid, not liquid, sorry, fluid, to reduce the calcium level. Tell the valve by itself the calcium amount on the valve to be equal to the human. But this again, for people, they understand the biochemistry, they understand nanotechnology, they understand biotechnology. Because since 2002, and that's why I stick my brain to the stem cells and the DNA, the RNA, everything, you know. But what happened on the news? Wow, you know, This showed, you know, this type of surgery and the creating, when it saved millions life, millions life, you know, how many people here in Tonga or in Egypt or in Australia or in America, they passed away because of kidney failure and there is no donor. But on the other hand, how happy Tonga, because everyone, every house, they have like
Have a
10
buaka.
buaka there. Everywhere, every house, they have buaka, buaka, buaka. But see how
So
happy we are. We have the buaka, but we don't have the technology.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's
we
right.
don't
That's
have the
right.
surgeon to do the surgery, you know. So
No, I
Well,
tell you,
yeah.
the
properly,
transplant.
what happened, when this success, they will do a trial for alive people, and I think it will work, because the time when you read, for me, I go further for about this surgery, and I know exactly what happened there, because as a reader, like when you read something as a reader, you don't notice what happened, but they put like molecule, they put for the trigger not to reject it, the cells, the Buaca cells. For me, you have to put everything together to know how they do it. At least you have the basis, the basic. But what happened here? After that, they will train the whole surgeon all over the world. But if they have this basic of what they're doing, because if you put part on part or whatever, that will mix up. So they will train the doctor. All the new technology, they train doctor when they have the basic of the nanotechnology, the biotechnology, the stem cells, because the stem cells, it's very important now. So this is one of the news. Any questions so far?
Man,
I think
straightforward.
I know, but you see the excitement in Dr. Ray's. He's so light up with this information, and because he know what he's talking about, you know. But my
Yes.
question, Dr. Ray, so you said the valve for the Puaka is like how many years? Like 15 or 25?
25 and
Between 20 to 25, it depends if you do the
Okay.
exercise. But for the people, they have the valve from the Buaca. The amount of calcium, it will be measured the amount of vitamin D they take per day. So whatever the amount of the calcium you take per day and how many years the valve is there or it's new or whatever, and calculate vitamin D, because vitamin D here is play the main rules to save the valve came from the Buaca
well,
to
yeah.
go longer, because here the calcium. Our issue is the Buaca, the calcium. So that's why it will be, and I think your friend is taking vitamin D every day to save this time. Otherwise, the calcium can go up. But it's a very controlled and very successful surgery.
Right. But my question when it comes to the kidney transplant, so how long this kidney would last? That's why I asked the question for how long the valve. So how long would be the Puaka kidney gonna be last on the human on this one?
Okay. For me, like we are not eating like the Buaca, like we are
Right.
human.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. This is number one. Number two, we are not sure how far it will go, like 10 years, 5 years. But you know, the good thing, it's a Buaca.
Right.
If it's go for 5 years, okay, get a Buaca and bang, take the kidney, put it. Another Buaca, tick, tick. How many Buaca? I tell you, you
Okay.
know,
That's
look,
interesting.
because I tell you, the available amount of the Buaca, it's okay. You know, you can change it every time someone wanna kill Buaca. But I'm telling you, it will go for how long? We don't have evidence so far.
But
As
my
we put it
question,
in, we can see. Yeah.
because the Puaka have toxin, you know, if even when the Puaka died, they still have the toxin. So will this big kidney have toxin when they transplanted?
Okay. What is toxin? That's the
Toxins?
main thing.
Yeah. So whatever the buaka is eating, and consume,
Okay.
it,
But
it,
remember, this type of buaka, even during the pregnancy of this buaka, look after it and the way
mm,
they eat. Because remember, there's
okay.
one thing. We change the molecule. We take one
Yes.
molecule from the
And
Modified.
buaka for not produce glucose.
so
So
they
it's
treated
not
the
like you
buaka
got
with,
buaka from
okay.
the street.
You got it.
Look,
Yeah.
like someone, when people take drugs, there is one molecule missing from the bone marrow, and that's why they detected to it to make this replacement of the
Okay.
one molecule. Okay, so this buaka, they already take the molecule cause
And put it
this
in.
type of producing blood sugar. So this buaka,
Okay.
it's in the farm. Like the way I said, like we have a lot of buaka, it will not work like this. Yes. But I'm just
That's
like
why I
put it.
asked the question.
No, I put it in a way.
Right,
Maybe in
right.
the future we will export waka to America, to anywhere in the world, so they
Right,
can do the gene on it and work to save people.
right,
Oh,
right.
that's
But
that's part of our
No.
production.
Okay,
and
now
I
I
think that
see.
will be one project to
Yes.
export
Export the
waka
bucket.
from Tonga to them, and
So
then they
can
do
they
whatever
start
they
putting
do
the
there.
molecule on that one? Okay, Dr. Ray, now I think we got it. I just wanted to make sure I clear my doubt about this puaka thing, because I don't eat puaka myself anyway. So
It's okay. And now the other news,
okay.
and this happened in March to April, like happened in March, but in being in the news 2019. And again, another stem cells and DNA. When the Chinese scientists, did you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I can
So
hear you, Dr. Ray.
the Chinese scientists, they took the DNA responsible for the human brain, and
Mm,
they put it on the time the monkey or the chimpanzee start to build up their brain to make another generation from the monkey thinking and smart as human.
no. So I guess right
Again,
there, Brenda.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
th-
Oh Lord.
So maybe right there, Brenda, you can read.
Me.
Yeah.
So this will be in English, huh?
Yes.
It's a human
Okay.
intelligence.
Human intelligence is one of the evolution's most consequential inventions. It is the result of a sprint that started millions of years ago, leading to ever bigger brains and new abilities. Eventually, humans stood upright, took up the plow, and created civilization, while our primate cousins stayed in the trees. So now scientists in southern China report that they tried to narrow the evolutionary gap, creating several transgenic macaque monkeys, macaque monkeys with extra copies of a human gene suspected of playing a role in shaping human intelligence. Wow. So this was the first attempt to understand the evolution of human cognition using a transgenic monkey model, says Bing Su, the geneticist at the Cumming Institute of Zoology, who led the effort. So according to their findings, the modified monkeys did better on a memory test involving colors and block pictures, and their brains also took longer to develop, as those of human children do. There wasn't any difference in brain size. So the experiments described on March 27 in Beijing Journal, National Science Review, and first reported by Chinese media, remain far from pinpointing the secrets of the human mind or leading to an uprising of brainy primates. That's it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That is just
So
interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
yeah,
Dr. Ray is
I
happy.
I know he's
I
excited.
told you we will bring everything to the news. But
He's
in this
excited.
news, I stopped in on the date. The date was on the 27th of March,
Right.
2019,
Mhm.
before the disaster, the disease
Yes.
to be all over the world.
Yeah, before the COVID, huh?
Yeah, COVID-19.
But what
Because
happened
COVID
here?
came like in the November
Yeah.
2000.
Yeah. So what happened here? That it will show you how the scientists go far to play with our DNA, with our genes. They took genes from us to animal, which is similar to us like monkey or chimpanzee. In the meantime, they success to transplant a kidney from Boaka to human. They took the genes responsible for the brain in human, put it on the mother when she pregnant, the monkey mother, when she pregnant in her little monkey, and they put it. So now the result come is the new baby monkey identify the different colors as a normal human baby.
And
Wow.
blocks.
Yeah, they did it better than the children. That's what they said.
Mhm.
Yeah. You remember?
Do
It's
you want to
remind
put
me
up that
back to
other? Do you want to put up that other article, Dr. Ray? Because I saw you sent me
put
to.
other articles because people will laugh me.
Right, exactly. So this is the little monkey you're talking about right here, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
Look at that cute face.
oh.
Okay, there you go,
But
Brenda.
remember his brain as human now. He's not brain as a monkey.
Ah, that's
So
interesting. Yeah,
his brain functioning as
as a human.
human,
Hmm.
not as a monkey. So
Because
he
the
has
DNA
a,
was
a
they
human
changed.
brain,
Yeah.
in monkey body.
Hmm. Wow.
Okay. So you want me to read it down just to
It's
CNN?
up to you. If you wanna back to us, I will do it. You wanna
Okay.
read it or you wanna put us on the screen back?
Yeah. We'll table.
Okay.
Are you gonna read it, Brenda? Or I'm putting it out.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, but I'm saying, are we done with this article, or are you close it
Yeah,
out?
I think Dr. Ray said we could just move on.
Sure.
Okay, so
Go ahead.
back to the screen.
Back to us.
Again, stem cells, biotechnology.
Wow.
I do remember on September 2018 when I put my application to the Tongan Medical Board.
Okay, so this
And
is the subject, huh?
well, it's come like this.
What
But
was it September when you first came to Tonga? Was it November you
in
put in your medical?
2018, because my devices, it's all about biotechnology and stem cells.
Okay.
Wow.
Activated. They told me, can you explain to us, because Tongan people, they are not familiar with this new technology. Then I respond back to them. The first approval from the FDA was 1978, which is 40 years ago. Now it's 43 years. But anyhow, when you see this type of technology going around, it's not a new technology. Even when I said the actually start of the stem cells was 2002. But nowadays, you can see how people smart on the stem cells. They can play around with any genes from where to anywhere. This type of technology, like now we can see what happened in China in March 2019, even before the disaster appeared on November. And even when I talk about the mRNA,
Right.
you remember?
Yes, the mRNA.
I complain a lot about RNA, what the difference between our RNA and the animal's RNA and the DNA and how we can change the DNA by changing the RNA. And I do remember people come to our show back when I said, in fact, you can get a genetic disease, even it's not in your family, but you can create it because you eat wrong. And when you eat wrong, you change the RNA. But when I talk that for the people, they just like, I'm talking from the space, maybe from Mars, or maybe from the moon, or maybe I'm crazy. But nowadays, this technology is taking part and playing part. That's part of convincing. Because when you convince a scientist or a doctor, you convince them about your knowledge, not about your money, not about barbecue. Because now we can see the barbecue buaka can save one person's life when we take the kidney or when we take the valve.
The valve.
The valve and the kidneys.
We called the revelation, or we called how convincing. Not to convince people in anything else. It's not about my way or highway.
Right.
We have technology. We have technology. And one of my aim back to these days, and I told the medical board in November 2018 that I'm hoping to bring the Israel technology to Tonga, and we will have a center not only for Tonga, for all the Pacific about this technology. So Israel scientists is one of the very smart,
yes, I heard that.
scientists in the world. But sometimes you close the door. Sometimes, as I said at the beginning, how many Jesus Christ you cross in your life or by your day, in one day? Because Jesus said, whatever you do with the people, you do with me. Convincing. When Jesus said, if you don't believe on me, believe in my handwork. And my handwork, it's all over Tonga.
Yes. And enough, Dr. Ray?
I'm not a ghost, even when the Putoa people, they said that I killed people in my clinic. Give me a name. Even they go further, they put $10,000 price for someone can provide information, but they can't find anything. And then 3 days later, they took this ad, the 10,000 prize gift. But I think they should put 30 silver. That will make sense.
30 silver.
Yeah, I just like, I'm in my way to put comment to them rather to put 10,000 because my price, it will never go up to my Lord. When my Lord tells sale by 30 silver, I think I'm not Jesus. I'm not a God. So I'm not deserve the 10,000. Just put 20 silver. But don't even equal me with 30 silver because I don't deserve that. Kay hui pe. A song.
Dr. Ray, I wanted to say something because you know when you came on the show tonight and what you show us all this technology can do for the human being, I see this enlightenment in you and how excited you are
Yes.
to explain it, and with all this intelligence within you that I'm seeing tonight, it only be a doctor. It cannot be not be a doctor to have this, explanation. But what I'm trying to say here, when I heard you said that they tried to close this door, I tell you, it based on ignorant. You know, these people need to stop being ignorant because what they're doing, they are there are people who lose their life because of ignorant. You know, if they don't know how to do this job, they better move out of the way and have somebody else come in and do the job. But I know, Dr. Ray, you came to Tonga in September 2018. You started out on a clinic that I want you to explain. How did they allow you to work on a clinic part owner by somebody who is not a doctor, and they call it Wellspring. And now when you wanted to do your own clinic, they don't want nothing to do with that because they're not a part owner of that clinic. So that's the thing that doesn't really make sense to me, because now we're listening to a doctor explaining the technology and have all this, uh,
Medical
this
knowledge.
medical, you know, knowledge and all of this thing. And Tonga is sitting with these resources, and they close the door on him because of what? Because of ignorance and because of like personal gain. They just want personal gain out of this man, but they don't want to save the people's life. So that's why I want to give it back to you, Dr. Ray, to explain that to us on Tonga World News tonight.
First of all, the letter I received 2 days ago, the very end, point 17, that I need to not talk in the media, but to convince them to give me my license. Okay. Today, I'm doing natural medicine in Tonga. Today, I have this patient come to me. He's been diagnosed from the hospital as mini stroke. When he come to me, I'm in my country, I'm neurologist in Egypt, but here I do natural medicine. When I look to him and I assist him, I told him, actually I told the wife, this is not a mini stroke. This is a family history of starting of dementia or Alzheimer's, but did the hospital done X-ray? They said no. Any blood test? Yes, but we didn't get the result, but the doctor said he got a mini stroke and he discharged on Thursday. But why I said that? You ask the patient his name, he gave you another answer. If you ask him how many brother and sister he have, he take time and then 4. How many kids he have? He can't give me an answer. And then after a while, because you know me, I ask a lot of questions. Then I told his wife, this is a family history. What happened? Any one of his family? And she said to me, his mom was the same. She get many stroke. And I said, what do you mean by the same? She said she was get sick. We took her to the hospital. The doctor said it's many stroke, but she lost memory in 1 week. And then 2 years later, she passed away. And I told her, okay, now we talk about what I explained, the genes, the genetic. Then I told her, okay, in this case, what is your husband number between his brother and sister? She said he's number 2. And then I told her, in this case, his mom, we should be odd number. And she told me, yes, she was the third. So the mother, the third, and him, the second kid. Then I asked her another question. Any if your kids have a problem in memory or anything? She said, yes. My third son, he always, the teacher complained about his memory because he always so forgetful. This for me convincing. This for me convincing. For in lost memory, we have a lot of disease, like 18 disease, very common to each other. Maybe he have the Lowley dementia, maybe he have dementia, maybe. I will say a lot of maybe, but I will never say the diagnose here. What this type? But again, now we go to the story, because part of the story they said, we don't have, they told me in 2019, May 2019, we need you to work in the hospital, in Viola Hospital, and then we will assist you. And if we are happy, we will see how you work and how the outcome from the people. And if the people outcome from your work is good, you will get your license. So they offer me this, then I accept. After I accepted, they take 3 weeks to respond back to me. Oh, sorry, we can't do that because we don't have neurologist in Tonga to assist you. Okay. So it's my fault there is no neurologist in Tonga to assist me. And what about this case? This new patient is being diagnosed with many stroke, but in fact, he's not many stroke. He's part of the memory loss. So because Tonga, they don't have neurologists to assist me, what happened there? That's a question, but I'm nutritionist here. Just a question. A question for, yeah, for another patient being in a long time on the bed, and the doctor said, that's it. It's a nerve damage and wait for Jesus. And now she back to work. And everywhere she talk, even she talk in the radio about her story. But because there is no neurologist here in Tonga, so there is no one can assist me.
Can assist you.
So this introduction, we go to Genesis at the beginning, the creation.
The creation.
Yeah, the creation or the creating or the beginning of my story here in Tonga when I arrived in September 2018. When I arrived in September 2018, I brought by one of the Putua political candidate, his candidate by now. And here the situation or the deal. The deal is we have 2 projects, one project in Tonga and one project in Solomon Island. So he took me to Solomon Island and I did well there. And the Solomon Island Prime Minister and the Solomon Island Minister of Health, they come to say goodbye to me before I took the flight from Solomon Island to Tonga. And the Minister of Health there, they told me, you are the smart first Balani doctor come to Solomon Island. And they offer me a clinic there. And then this person, the Putoa person, the candidate, he told them, we have to think about, because we want to know the percentage. like you will do the clinic, you get the equipment, and then how we work. We will take 50% and you will take 50%. And we set up the deal that we will have 60% of the income of the clinic in Solomon Island, and the Solomon Island government and the Minister of Health, they will take 40%. And I have this email, the agreement between me and the Putoa candidate to Solomon Island. In the meantime, I'm here in Tonga. I helped this man during the previous ministry, the Prime Minister of Tonga, God bless his soul, Akilisis Pohiva, to get the project, this project for the scrap metal. So the project is 10 million baanga. The deal here, so in Solomon Island, I will take 60% because the Solomon Island project was fishery. In Tonga, we have the scrap metal. So in Solomon Island fishery, the business go up to 3 million US dollar because they got boat. We get the boat from Korea. And I have this email. So for the fishery deals, I will take 5%, but in the clinic, because 60%, so I will take 40% and he will get 20%. That's the deal for Solomon Island. The deal here for the scrap metal, I will see all the government and the ministers for free. They will not pay me to convince them to support my license in Tonga. When the people come and ask me, why Tonga? Why Tonga? Why Tonga? Why you come to Tonga?
Yeah.
The deal is I will not open my mouth. When the people ask why Tonga, yeah, it's by accident.
By
No
accident.
one knows about this deal. And the
Except
contract.
you and him. Yeah.
So the God bless his soul, Akilisi Puhiva, he signed the contract towards the end of April, and all the town officer, they call the villages, everyone have all the car or scrap car, it will be collected or you will pay fine. So he started to collect the cars. During my visiting to the people in their home, in their village, part of my job, if I saw anyone have an old car, I just take photo of the old car without telling them, like a spy, and send it to him so he know exactly where this car, so it will be easy to go and collect these cars. So he collect these cars for free. The project sign was 10 million baanga. Took this car, cut it parts, send it to Korea as iron, as copper, as parts, as aluminum, as, put the money in his pocket. This is part of the story. When Putoa talk about corruption or about anything, we have wisdom. If they accuse me and my father-in-law and my wife, we are corrupted. So if we are corrupted, why I didn't get my license by convincing the government? If the government corrupted as the way they said, at least I'm one now, I will take the money, like the license, but we are not corrupted. But here, when the Putoa know or knows that I will marry Sisi Vaipulo, they send me messages, emails after emails after emails. End up with the medical board chairman. He sent me an email with very threatening one. And he said, "I broke up with Mr. blah, 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 the Putua candidate, that will never approve your medical license in Tonga. And who is Samuel Vaipulo?" Question mark, question mark, question mark. I don't think that Samuel Vaipulo will help you to get your license. Full stop. This happened on May, 7th of May, 2019. But in March 2019, the register, Mafi, the one she signed the stuff on the media, she was in maternity leave. Before she got to the maternity leave in this time, she sent an email that the medical board are satisfied with your qualification, with all the documents you sent. That's in January 2019. To finalize your license, you need to get a premise in Tonga to practice, and we need to send a person, an inspector from the Minister of Health to inspect this premise. So get your premise ready, and when it's ready, tell us, and we will send the inspector from the Minister of Health to inspect your clinic. Perfect. So I get the premise, and the deal is, me, I will pay half, and the other Putoa candidate, he will pay half, because now we send the containers to Korea. So this half, it will be part of my commission. We get the place, we renovate the place, and the renovation here in Tonga is so expensive. We get the equipment. The inspector come on the 19th of March 2019 to inspect the clinic under Wellspring Clinic, and his report satisfy, and he is so amazed the way even the painting, because the painting I use in this clinic, I bought it from Australia. It's antibacterial and antifungus under the guideline of Australia, New Zealand guideline for any clinic. I don't put any bullshit painting here. Can you imagine the gallon, the one to get this painting, antibacteria, antivirus, antifungus, how much it will cost per kilo? It's so expensive. So it's like 10 times the price from the other one. I get all this pain, because the end of the day, I don't want anyone to come and get sick. Because this painting, it's killed. If any bacteria or virus or fungus touch this type of painting, it will die straight away. Anyhow, so that's on 19th of March. Then Dr. Liziati said, okay, so far we are happy. We're waiting for Mafi to finish her maternity leave, because she's the one able and have the power to sign your license. Then I told Dr. Liziati, so there is no one, if she's in maternity leave, no one to replace her to sign? And they said, no, you have to wait. No one have the power, only here. So if she's in maternity leave, all the medical board register will be closed, or if she's in holiday. Anyhow, during the waiting for Mafi to finish her maternity leave, I broke up with Putoa, and that's why I get this email. After they inspect my clinic, after my spending money, after they said we are happy with what you gave us, and after this issue, they now every time they create a story. We need you to provide us this one. We need you to provide. We need you. We need you. For example, they said we need the 3 reference from Egypt, the hospital you work there, to give us their number. So I told them, you already have the hospital number on the paper of the certificate, like, you know. So I gave them the number of the doctor, 3 hospital manager in Egypt. They said we will call them on Thursday. This day I didn't sleep because these doctors, when they call, they will call me back. Never happened. Then I send a message to the Putoa candidate, and he said, oh, it's too late now. We'll talk tomorrow. So tomorrow, Dr. Liziati was went to Australia suddenly or whatever, so he was busy. So we wait when he come. He said, I will come Monday. So I send him email and he sent back, can you set up another time for me to call the doctors in Egypt? I said, yes. Okay, but this time give me like 3 days, so I'm free. I said, okay, but remember, they are doctors. No, don't worry. He never called anyone. And then another time, can you give me like from Monday to Friday? I will call them anytime. Okay. I set up again time. He never called. And then I found in his reply that he tried to call and no one answered. Then I replied to him, can you send me in your mobile these numbers to show me? And he said, I don't have to show you because I did, which is he didn't. Because nowadays, if you call someone mobile, and you know, one of them, she is a nun. I was working in the hospital nun, one of the nun hospital in Egypt. So this nun will never lie, never. See, other doctors, they can say, but this one never. This one never. She's a nun. So the end of the day, they said, we try to call and no one answer.
Oh, good idea.
Really. But before, see, and then they said, we can't register you here because you are not registered in your country. I said, well, I migrant and I close my superannuation file. Okay, if this is what you want, perfect. I reopened my superannuation and I registered, did everything. And nothing. Every time they told me we need this to get your license. And I did it. And then nothing happened. And
Dr. Ray, my question to you, go ahead.
Focus to convince us. To convince you in what? You have to tell me 1, 2, 3, because at the beginning, when I came to Tonga, when I put my application, they require 1, 2, 3, I already finished. Then I asked them, there is any exam? Where my exam? They said, we don't have any exam. Okay, so how you do the test here? Where is the guideline? At least before I practice in Tonga, if there is no exam, I need to know the guideline, the code of conduct. They said, what you mean? I said, because like in Egypt, we have the FDA guideline. In Australia, we have Australian New Zealand guideline. So they said, our guideline like any other guideline in any country. You pick whatever you want, we will be satisfied. And we are so happy because you are first neurologist put the application in Tonga. So because there is no neurologist, we are so happy that neurologist come to put his application here. So after I broke with Butua, what they so happy? They are not happy. And they want me to convince them. In which way? Convince you what? Because before, one of the doctor, the Putoa candidate, he told me, you know, I think they want to get share in our clinic. And I said, what do you mean by share? Like 40%, 50% of the income of your clinic. And I said, this person, he will work in the clinic? And he said, no. So I said, why he want a chair? For what? And he said, you need to be smart. So my question here, is this the way you want me to convince you guys there to have a share in my clinic, or what? Tell me the way you want me to convince, because convince, it's a huge word. Start from money to anything else. So what is convincing? What is the convincing? This for me, it's not like you have to tell me, because before you need to do this to get your license. I did it. I didn't. They didn't give me the license. Then they create another thing. I did it. Then now we are in the play game, and this game, it will never end, because I need to convince them without even telling me 1, 2, 3 to convince us.
Right.
You know what I said? This is one in the medical board. I sent him this big email in January 2020. I said, I'm here ready. Give me patient. You doctors here been working in this patient and no improvement, and I will work in the same patient. This we call challenges. If they want a real convincing, put me in challenges. Give me patient and you have this patient and we'll see the outcome. This we call convincing, we call challenges, but not convincing. Convincing, this is not. And we would rather to focus to convince us in your license rather to talk in the media. So what, you know, we are in the game now. And I've been 3 years holding my mouse in the media. But sound, I will not get my license, so I will put the emails, the stories from A to Z to convince, not to convince everyone.
Right.
The challenges, when they refuse the challenges. So now I pissed off.
I don't blame you.
Pissed off.
I don't blame you.
For the money I didn't get from my contract here in Tonga, from my money I didn't get from Solomon Island, from my money I've been spent here when they said to finalize. What is finalize? Maybe I'm not understand English. Finalize, to finalize your license, you need to get the permit, and then we will send an inspector to inspect. And that's what happened. Then, oh, you need to wait. But during the wait, here is 2 options. To cut my heart, because I love my wife, and I said, I will marry her, and the whole top against me. Your money, your license, or you get married. This, when they talk about the corrupt. But I'm the man, I will stand, love my wife till death. Because I tell you, there is no woman in the world like Sisi, my Mrs. Ebrahim. And I'm so proud to say that till death, even if I didn't get my license, I don't care. But I care about the woman I love, and the woman I give her my name, and the woman I give her the ring of my family ring. Full stop. But suddenly, you can't marry this one. This is conflict. This. And who you are. Go to the hell with your money, with your license, with everything. No one threatened me. I love this woman till I die. Full stop. It doesn't matter who. And the people said, I married Sisi because the benefit of her father. This is another bullshit. Because her father in this time was a position of the Khaleesi's government. And what the benefit when they put me all this time? The money, the license, or I married Sisi? So where is the benefit here? If I want to choose money and the license, I will go to them and I will not marry Sisi, but I don't care. I care about the woman I love in my life. And I'm not feel shy to say it, okay? Because she's my wife. She is my wife. She's my woman. And I'm her man. I'm her husband. I'm not here like another Tongan people. Whatever the mother said, they will listen and they throw the wife. I'm not this type. I'm Pharaoh's. So when the people talk about the corruption, okay. So the corruption here, when this idiot, man, I brought to Tonga to work with me and stole my money. And then he met with the Putoa. And I have the name of the Putoa people he met here in Tonga, helped him to run from the country and break the restraining court order. And then they talk about corruption. When they collect cars from people here in Tonga for free and resell it to them, now we go there, pay 60 baanga to go and get any part you want, then they will charge you again for the part you buy. And on top of that, they send everything to Korea, put the money in their pocket. And then they talk about corruption. What is corruption? What is the meaning of the corruption? When you take people's money, put it in your pocket, and then you talk about corruption. That's why I said, how many Jesus Christ you crucified per day? In my computer, I have 3 gig of the information from the contract, from the business here, from the business in Solomon Island, for all the emails between me and the medical board, even high. And when I talk about the club mate, when the register send a formal letter, she must use a formal letter like Mr. It's not hi money. That's in your club, not as a formal. But now she's talking formal. We go formal. We go formal. We go formal. But now I'm in here. Just my spirit in here, just in the very last. You want to take me to the court? Take me to the court, but I will take you to the court too, for my money, for my threatening on my life, and for the threatening here in the people in Tonga, for the corruption. I've been holding myself all this time. But if you want to talk about corruption, I'm not talking here saying, I have evidence. And watch out, Putoa, if you don't stop. My life in the God's hand.
And I think it's so important, Dr. Ray, for tonight's conversation, Brenda, because, you know, there's an election coming up. and with these people that we're talking about here, running to re-elect, you know, I think it's about time to expose them, because we don't want people who wanted to come in with, I mean, they pocket $10 million and now they wanted to run for the government. You know, I don't see why this is not need to be exposed, because, you know, it's very important that our upcoming election, we need to make sure that people know about this, you know?
Yeah.
But I tell you, before, sorry, Brenda.
No, you're fine.
This is my speech to Putoa.
Yes.
If they
And to the
allow
king.
this guy,
Yeah.
if they allow this guy to talk anything again, and they posted anything from him against me and my wife and my father-in-law, I'm not here saying. I will post straight away all the email and evidence and the contract and the deal with millions of money. So it's your choice, Putoa, to keep this guy posted stuff, or you cut him off and you will be in peace. If you want it like this, okay, that's the deal now between me and them.
Oh,
It's
you
not
play
part of the
hardball.
TWN. You
Yeah.
cut this person, or I'm swear to the God I know. If I saw any post of this man in any Putoa page, that's mean the Putoa want me to put all the information. Full stop.
And you know, there is one thing to get the license, and there's another thing to
Blackmail, the
yeah,
blackmail game.
blackmailing somebody, you know. But the way I don't get this, when they were okay with him doing the Wellspring because they were partners of that clinic, but now he's on his own clinic, and now
They
it's a
still
problem.
want to
They still
own
want
it
to be, yeah,
and
and
be
they
part
want
of
to
it.
own it and they want to be part of it.
That's the problem with them.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
not about my qualification. It's
yes,
about the person I choose to marry.
you know, and that's the sad part about it.
But
The ignorance.
they try to control the little guys,
Yes,
which
yes.
is such unfair.
And you know, but
Unfair.
the thing that's sad to me about, they're out there on the media and blasting this doctor and saying that he's not a doctor, he's not qualified. But it's not about his qualification. It's not about his credentials. It's about what you wanted to be a piece of his business, you know? I mean, we need to expose these people sitting in the board of health in Tonga.
They want
Yeah,
us to pick what I need to marry, what I not. They
yeah,
want to be control my life, take the money and the license,
yeah,
Or send you back
marry
home to
whatever
Egypt.
you want.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's for me,
No,
it's
no.
we don't
Listen,
need these people in the government. We need
then
these people to,
they talk about convince,
yes,
convince.
yeah,
Really convince? Okay, we will convince you mail by mail. Well,
yeah,
really, they know me. They know me. Do you want me to convince you to put all the emails from day one till 3 days ago in the media? Do you want that? This is my convincing. If you want, okay, I'm ready. All the email here, all the data's here. It will be in the media.
Ray,
I'm telling you this before we continue. If anything happened to me, the medical board will be responsible for it. The Putoa people will be responsible for it. If someone tried to kill me and I put it live like this, that's full stop. The medical board will be responsible. The register will be responsible. The Putoa people will be responsible. If anything happened to me or they try to kill me, I want this to be in the media right now. Because this rating happened back to May 2019.
18.
No.
Oh,
18,
2019.
yeah, May 2019.
Yeah.
So if anything happened to me, the medical board, the register, and the Putoa people will be responsible for it. If I've been killed by now. Because I know them.
Dr. Ray, because God will be a witness and God will protect you, because the only thing I will have to say, Dr. Ray, and I think I mentioned that earlier, I'm so glad you did not have your license, because this corrupt people need to be exposed before you get your license. And I know in God's timing, your license will be coming, because we need to expose these people and they need to be sitting at home right now, because you know the king of Tonga right now
is listening. Yes.
Hopefully your majesty is listening to right now, but this kind of corrupt need to be exposed and need to be sent home, you know. They can't be running a government. They can, I mean, the people of Tonga are dying. They needing this doctor's help. And you see, you know, I don't get it. When they part of the clinic will have no problem. But when they don't be a part of it, now it's a problem. So where is the conflict of interest? Where is this? Why these people want to put their hands in every little thing in Tonga? This is corruption right
You
there.
know what? They want to convince them to
Yeah,
divorce Turkey. That's the way I convinced them to get my license. In your dream, in
yeah,
your
That's right.
dream,
yeah,
from now to the end of the life. That's the way they want me to, because to
yeah.
convince us, I will not divorce my life to get my license.
No,
Okay.
you're good. You're good. You know what, Dr. Ray? You know what? This is a big shame for the country that these people have not even stepped on the politics, the platform of politics. And the election is next month. And for them to do this to you, plus this patient of yours, right? The doctor fixed him, he didn't heal. They brought him to you, you cure him. Then they go back to the hospital. The doctors told them not to say anything about you healing this gentleman. This is,
Yeah. That's what they told his family and told the patient to.
oh my gosh.
Let me say it clear.
Go ahead.
Because they said that my father-in-law and my wife, they protect me to work without license, and they corrupted. So if they protected me, at least think, people, Fakakauka, why I don't have my license. If we are corrupted the way they explain, why I don't have my license. But this I'm telling all the Putoa, Facebook, and media. If I see any post from this guy from now on against me, my wife, my father-in-law, I will post everything, emails, messages, chat on the media. And
the threatening. Yeah.
Look, I tell you, if you try to damage one, I will not just close my eye, you damaging me, because I'm the honest and you are the guilty. So you make it like this, do it. I can post a video every day, 3 hours by mail. This mail from this person to this person, the money is here. This mail from this person to this person. If they want, because convince. I never seen a professional letter to say convince.
Yeah.
A professional letter,
No.
because they send me a letter. They ask me for 10 things I must provide, which is I did. Then they disappear.
Yeah.
Then they come, no.
We are not to interpret it in Tongan.
And then they come, they said, we are not satisfied because you don't do 1, 2, 3. Then I said, but 1, 2, 3 not part of the 10. Okay, I will do the 1, 2, 3. I did it. Oh, that's perfect. And then we are not satisfied because we need this one. A new thing. Every time a new thing. I mean, not end game. This is an open game, go forever and ever. But for how long? And I think this game is stopped. There is 2 options. Actually, it's 3 options.
3 options.
One by now for the Putoa people. This person will never accept any post in any Putoa pages from now. Otherwise, I will put the mails. Second option, take me to the court, and then I will put all the stuff in the court. Third option, shut your mouth and give me my license.
I don't blame you, Dr. Ray. I think Brenda wanted us to talk a little bit about in Tongan about this stuff here, Dr. Ray, and we wanted to interpret, this one.
Yeah, interpret everything.
Yes.
Okay. And the 3 options too. The
yes.
Tolo.
Tolu,
Okay.
option at Tolu. Okay. Over to Dr. Ray. So, Brenda, go ahead.
Oh my gosh.
Go mẹ có nào của phô hệ tao cái ta củaในphòng mà ta là mấy về cái mẹ có tao biết how on the time nè Ko hinga le ha ko ki tonga na ha mo tangata ko ndio blau ko kia. Ai no o tonga lele ke firi fare re ha pai.
Ai pēno hingoa ki alu ki tō.
Ko hinga ko Simeone Buki ko hinga ai.
Ko ia, Simeone Vuki.
Ko
Ko
ia.
candidate tia mi ha
Endi
pai.
dei ha pai.
Ko ia.
Ko tangata ko ni na patna pe mo toketa. Ke na mai ko fe project ki na ua. Ai ko ta hai Solomone pe ta hai tong. Ai ko tonga ko project ko tonga ko na hanga tana ki ai scrap metals ai ko tana ki mai umele ko no uri aki he ape kakai. Pero me ko na hoko na fa o he premia ko ni ko malolo
Ko
aki.
malolo.
A Crispo hiva ai foi lao. Ko foi lao na fa u ke fa mo u ake kakai kon o tuku ko hona api ai umerere.
Ko ia.
Ka foi business ko ni kon na sai ni ko he pare mia ko ya. Na fe mo ho full million. Ai na ko a ko na sai ne ko a na ka ke te ka wa to ke ta I foi contract.
Nanau te kei ki tō.
Na na te ke ia ki to
Ko ia.
Pea ko ha ko foi contract ko ya. Ha ko foi contract ko ya. Ka re ke te ka to ke ta ya. Ha re na to me foi la ko na fa ko pare mia. Ko tau tala noin ko ke
Corruption.
tau mo fulu on hanga pare mia o malangai ke kakai
A whai totonu.
e fai totonu. Ka ke taimi pena heka ki he sea. Na lahe ngahi me aia ko toki ha o e tainimi. Na le famoni ia ke foi contract ko ni a Simeone Vuki. Ke uta e Simeone ia ai uka ki muri ki korea.
Ai u scrap.
Ai u scrap. Ko umerenen ko o mai ka me kakai. Ai na mo
Momos.
ua kakai. Mo ua kakai tola ni mangeau. Kapai ka te ke hanga kapai te ke tuku po o. Ko lao na fa o aglis po hiwa. Pag sai ni ko aglis po hiwa ko foi lao ko ni. Ala tele matamai ko ni. O alge abe kakai. O mai ta dotongi ai ha ko ni. Ai umerere. Pega ke ngata ene mai ta dotong ko umerere me kakai. Ko nga na rifia kakai na na mo ua tola ni mangeau. Kaya na uta pocket na to le ta ai ho full million na. Teke siya business pe hei maman. Kita foto a business pada al kita o mai ho full million pada te ame kita scrap metal ki Korea pa kita ma pa anga ko me yai. And what about the people ko ni hana doleka? Many na ngati hanga ang hata ha ki kakai ke o mai na ka. Ko hana isfa fo lao ya ke kakai ya ke kakai,
Ka Eline, ka ke mana tui na ane hanga eia o ai e toke tā ke alo kore individually ke kau minista koe ni ai tama I tui. Yes.
Koia, ke whangofua mai koe ke whai koe foi business koe ni, Paka ne saini pe koe pare mia koe o approve foi business I. Hangare na tō tuki tu ai toke tā.
Ai toke tā.
Paka pēga e toke tā. Koe uhinga koe ni o kunau against ai ia koe he kaike o mai ene laise ni. Koe ngā koe ne mari koe ni kono hoa he tainimi. Paka mene tā koe o koe ke mahino ka te au. Na o mai fok he to tama pe koe ni koe Dr Ray koe min Australia a Simeone o haore mai o talang ke toke tā. Kena business na wai ai foi clinic,
Koia.
Ka foi clinic koe ni na ui koe Rose Spring, Hangare mai Simeone ia. O talang ke Dr Ray e resisita ia pesete ni mataha he koe lao foka tonga koe muri foka Dr Ray.
You have to be a citizen. Yeah.
You have to be a Tongan, kapa koe muri koe, te ke peseti koe tonga ni mataha kango foka ke business I tonga, Koe meka na kake mahina koe ka te au, ai lere mai foi business ia he World Spring, nai okay pe ia ke whakalere whaka medicola Dr Ray he World Spring, Kaka taimi ko na dog mawahe ko a Dr. Ray ko ke ai ko ne business ko taimi na rahangai ko o mai ko ni ai ngahi tohi whamara ko ke ai me se a ko ni o poate alisiate ulufonua.
Koia, alisiate ulufonua, yes.
Ange ai laiseni a Dr. Ray. Ka tuku whamara ia ka Dr. Ray ko hinga ko kai te ke kau hakonga o ene business Eka business ka Dr. Ray na ke tala ko ka Simeone cái cao có cái partner có cái business con có Genesis cái mạo
Te
hoa
ke
hàng
i
xe
te ka ta ke to.
có quý anh có cái ngay có quay có cái mạo hoa này lại xin đi béo này mấy cái media ta là ta cái hồ cái tôi ta cái phát tôi ta cái dia aku cái nào phía mạo nào tôi dia cái nào cao hệ con ở ON clinic cái mạo hoa nào xe nít anh có tao xưa có cái
Yes.
Pero cái phụ mẹ có điều phải đi phải biết được cả cái mới phải đi phía ai mẹ có này có ha có này cái tàu hàng ở blackmail ha mua đi của ha ok ha ô tô này họ tàu cả cái
Yes.
cái phía ai tốt tôi cả cái con nào mà thế có nghe có mua tại phía anh ấy lại xin ai có nghe biết có ha có này mà đi con hoa có nghe biết có cái này phải mẹ có nào mua ta lang you know that is very sad Brenda bago o nga pek sa itadano kay fatonga kay nga kay ila kakay ko na
Okay.
fili ko ni asimio ne buki kay fusiana na mai ho full million na me pure anga na sai ni kya agris po hi ba ho full million na ke ma wa ke ne business ke how ave u scrap metal ki korea
Yes.
kay fu kaka la ya pito fe ma ya ke expose ya pag fe ma ya ke you know ke ila tonga ko to mai na
There is one more thing.
Go ahead, Dr. Ray. Go ahead.
There is 4 containers full of scrap batteries collected from all the government ministers and offices for free, sent it by this man, the candidate, to Korea. And guess what? 1,500 per ton. The container was 24. So 24 ton time 4 time 1,500 US dollar.
Wow.
Can you imagine the money?
So hold on, Dr. Ray. Let me see.
Can you imagine my commission in
Did
this
you say
container?
24 times? Can you repeat that?
One container is 24 tons.
Okay. Times 4. Times 1,500
US dollar.
Wow. Wow.
My commission was 5%. I didn't get it.
Wow.
Because there is a lot of people take another commission too. And I have the list of the people.
You know, the sad part about it, Dr. Ray, is when they write a law to threaten the people to have them give up their goods so they can benefit from it. And this is corruption in the highest level, I tell you right now, you know. And I could not comprehend this, Brenda, you know.
And for me, I'm not here saying that like the other guy, because I have the email, because you know God is good.
Yes, God is good.
By mistake, they put me as a CC in the email from this to the company in Korea. Take this stuff. Plus, I have videos and I have photos of all the containers of the batteries and the scrap metal cars and everything. I have
at the same time they pocketed $10 million. At the same time they pocketed the $10 million, huh?
Yeah.
I never heard of a business.
10 million Tongan Banga is nothing compared to 56 containers sent to Korea.
With the US money.
Who is the big money? The green money.
Wow.
The green money.
The green money.
So
wow.
If they want to continue about the corruption and they put this guy was here saying without any evidence, good luck, because from now I will not shut my mouth and I will put videos and evidence.
No, this is what's important, Dr. Ray, because, you know, people write to us on our show and says negative things, which we don't respond. The reason why, because we don't want to give out any non-factual information
No,
or
come to this
have.
part. That's good. That's good you mentioned that. You know why? Because the people, they put negative things. I opened their the Facebook profile, and guess what? I took a screenshot too, because these people, they best friend with the candidate he brought me to Tonga. So all the people talk negative thing on the TWN about me. When I opened the profile, he's friend
Friend
with
with-
them.
Yeah, but the bottom line here is that we
And
will
the
slowly
bottom line
bring the
here,
truth out.
the bottom line here, I'm telling you, because
Okay.
I will put what they put negative about me and a screenshot of their Facebook page when this one of their friends.
Yes, Dr. Ray.
Because
mean,
this like
you know,
a cancer. This like a cancer.
yes,
Go and put some negative because you are my friend, and
Lini.
people do.
right.
Yeah. Okay.
Clean
Let
him
me.
up. But I'm telling you, if you want to clean me up, you will clean yourself and all the people with you. So you will
Okay, you're
clean one
talking to
person,
them.
but there
Okay.
is a menu of the people there. They will be cleaned up too in the
Yeah.
court.
Yes,
Ko mien ko taulau ko Emeline ko what you do to others will come back and bite you 100 times
yes, yes.
worser. He ko
yes.
ko me fukeni oku lava I ko ke tau fi ilo ngaki. Na kai ke ta ilo na ta uto to ta ko ni mo fu mamahi lahi mo ni sacrifice ko ni he ko fratonga
Okay,
sacrifice
okay.
io Koen pako sio kien kene taulahi taweni fi hua tol, eh?
Me
Pea
wake
malo mo
tanga.
fai e fili ke si lava come out clean. He ko
Correct.
tanganta ko ni ko Simeone, ko hono hoa. Ko ia ko respond mai ke toke tā mo ngahi tohi ke ke.
Ikai, ko hono hoa,
Haia.
ko hono hoa na ko kasini o toketari siate ulfono. Ko te fine ko no tohi mai ko winga mai kai ko tohi me poate.
Me
Ai go ko
poate.
ko
Okay.
poate ya, ko ya.
Ka o to
Ka
lere mo
mari ko o
risiati.
ka mari ko o toketari siate ulfono ko se ai poate ko ni o me.
Ko
Kono
help
mari
cord.
anaya o kasini ya pe mo siana ko na ulele ko he.
Simeone ulfonua.
Buki, koia.
Simone Vuki, io. Ia
Koia.
morisiate ulfonua. Koe mea asai pia ke tau ilo i hingoa, koe ngā tau talanoa moe hingoa, koe. He koe lere mai koe e kaniwa, nai kai ke nau mau i nā toi tā noa totonu.
Koia.
Pea
Ikai.
koe lere koe
Ka pai
talanoa e
tuhipo pe
mitia
na
a
dolia.
tonga, io. Nai kai ke nau mau i totonu. Koe toki lava ne toke tā o lea, I e fuuongo I pe ia e melemo I he ngahi fuu tata o hifo ia ke melemo he tahi, you know, e kakai koe ni whaofa au pito, he?
Koia.
Whaofa au pito e ni tala noa he kono uhi ngā koe toke tā to tonu e nia mi ispite, mo ni credential.
Ka tau ki foki doctorate because you are a business major
Let me
also.
know. I
Sure.
just calculate the data for
Okay.
me. So the data here, 56 containers sent from Tonga to Korea was 10,800,000 US dollar net
Wow.
profit. Net
Wow.
profit.
We.
That's
10
not including
million?
the 10 million in Tonga.
No, I'm talking about 10,800,000 US dollar. That's all the data I have, and I have everything. The date of the
Yes.
container.
Yes.
I have the date
Of the scrap metals
I
that
have the
Tonga
photo.
could have
Yeah. Tonga could have pocketed
gained
money.
some
Right.
money.
I have the photos of the containers. What's
Right.
inside? I have video. I
Right.
have the contract. I have the emails. So if
The-
they want to talk about corruption, go ahead.
Yes. Yes.
Go ahead.
I have a question for you, Dr. Ray, because you also a business administration major degree also. my question for you. So if I come, for example, I come with Brenda to Tonga, create a business for scrap metal. Then we went into the government, and I'm not sure what business plan we were asking the government to give us $10 million for what. You know, why would the
Okay.
government give us a $10 million? What was your business plan for that, Dr. Ray, that the government signing off a $10 million to start a scrap metal in Tonga? And this money is the people's money. How did the government give you a $10 million? That's my
That's a good
question.
question. That's a good question.
Yes, because I'm a
Because
business major too.
these people, they said I was doing pizza delivery in Australia,
Oh
but
my God.
I wasn't a pizza delivery in Australia. I
It was a law,
was
yeah?
no. Part of my business, this one, I'm a private investigator.
Okay, okay,
Okay.
So I'm registered as a private investigator in Australia. I'm not a pizza man. I'm not a
right,
pizza delivery.
right.
This one, and this license allow me to take photo, to take video record, to record to someone.
Okay.
Right.
So part of my business, I'm a private investigator.
Okay.
But the deal, as the people here believed that I was a pizza delivery, okay? We'll see the private investigator in Australia, or what you think, who I am. Because I have IT company in Australia, and I have production radio company in Australia, and plus I have private investigator, and I have a car dealer license in
Oh,
Australia. So I was very successful person in Australia. So why Tonga? Because there is a 10,800,000 US dollar plus the 10 million, plus that's the start. There's another business in Solomon Island. This is big money. The end of the day, I'm a businessman. Where the money go, I will go. But once I found my love, there is no money. It's love. Because the end of the day, at the end of the day, money will never give me happiness.
that's
Money
right.
is nothing. The end of the day, I will be in the cemetery without $1 with me.
Yes.
Oh,
No, but go back, Dr. Ray, and answer me the question. Were you asking the government of Tonga to give you a capital for your business for $10 million? How did you come up with that amount to give you a $10 million? I need to know
Okay.
that.
Yeah, that's why I start with I was a private investigator in Australia. So what
Okay.
happened here? I have a copy of the business plan and the project provided to the government in this time.
Mm,
So
okay.
here we are. I have the business plan and all the people sign. Tick,
Right.
tick, tick.
the ministers.
Whatever
Yeah.
who. Because the other thing, I have photos too when the
The
agreement is signed.
signature.
No,
Yeah.
Dr. Ray, hold on, because I need to know this because I am also a business major, you know. This is what I really need to pinpoint down to. Okay, you
Okay.
have the business plan, okay. How did you come up with the cost of a $10 million to collect the scrap metal? And was that your expense to send all of this to Korea? I need to know, how did you end
Listen
up
the
with a $10
story.
million?
No, the story is they will bring machines
Okay,
to do the scrap
Crush.
metal,
okay,
like
okay,
to smash
Smash.
the
right,
copper, to iron,
Yeah,
to like this.
right,
the
So
metal.
the cost of the machine, one of the machine like 3 million.
okay, okay.
So the
Now we
business
still have
plan,
7 million left. Okay,
no. We talk So this what happened, this one machine. So they order like 3 machines, and then the shipping, the installation, and blah blah blah. That's up to 10 million.
Okay.
Okay.
But here we are. When I do my research, is this machine 3 million? That's a question.
No.
I'm telling you, I'm a private investigator.
Yes.
But they forgot that I have copy. And if anything happened to me, my wife, other people will put it in the media.
Okay. Okay now.
Because at the end of the day, they want to protect themselves to shut my mouth. And the deal is, okay, you will be in peace and married what you want, and we will cut you off, and good luck.
Right.
So that's the deal, was in April 2019. They will be in their way in peace. I will be in my way in peace, and I will not open my mouth, and they will not open their mouth. But sound, they forgot the deal. But I remember them now, I remind them now with the deal. Remember, you said, you go in peace, married whatever you want, good luck, and we will be in peace, and that's it. Everyone will close his mouth, which is, I'm happy with these deals. I don't care about money.
Okay, Dr. Ray.
For
So
somehow
now
they have the fish memory. They forget the deal.
no, but
Yeah.
let's go
forget
back
the
to the
deal,
business, Dr.
and they
Ray.
forget the message they sent me. You married whatever you want, but for your safety and our safety, we wish you good luck, and you wish us good luck, and we don't open your mouth, and we will not open our mouth. So that's the
And
deal.
don't talk
But
to
the
media
fish
people.
memory, the
Don't-
fish memory, they forget the deal that I refuse to take my license, to get my license and the money to marry what I want.
But Dr. Ray,
Well,
Dr. Ray.
till now, I do my deal, but they forget the deal. The deal is, you peace in your way, we are in peace in our way. So why Putua? They have the fish memory.
Oh my gosh.
Dr. Ray, I still, okay, now look like your capital you were asking was 10 million. My question is, because this is the taxpayer money that funded the business, my question to Tonga now, how was your plan to give back to the people? Was part of your plan in this business plan to give back to the people, to make something for the people? I mean, then after you have the capital 10 million in Tonga, you still profit another 10 million US. And is there any money that need to go back? I mean, supposed to go back to the people, the way I look at it.
The benefit for Tonga, it will be clean country, no rubbish in the street,
Oh, no, oh my
happy
goodness.
life, happy ending, and that's it.
You know, the crook, they can still create some crook business to make sure that people are so innocently, see all these people who support them, they think they're working for them, but no, they're not working for them. They just want to pocket their own money, they just want this money for their own pocket, Dr. Ray, I tell you one thing, I'm so grateful you did not have your license and have any tie to these people, because you are a good man, you have a good heart, and God bring you to Tonga for a reason, and you're going to have your license when you have no connection with these people, and in God's timing, I know that for sure, So, but Brenda, I still could not get my head around this business, how they created, to come up with, that's how corruption works, They make their own business.
We're just happy that Dr. Ray is able to come out and say everything to the media, because he was warned not to talk to the media in the beginning.
Right.
And
Look,
he did not.
I'm the person, respect my word come from my mouth. Tell the other people, respect the word come from their mouth. At the beginning, I have deal. And then I have another deal. Married what you want, and good luck. You are in peace, and you don't open your mouth for anything, and I respect it. But they forgot.
They opened their mouth.
they type of people, they thought, I can't use the email and the chat in the court, but the climate change. And these type of people, if they have fish memory, I'm not the one have the fish memory.
Fish
Because
memory. What
I'm the
about their
one,
eyes?
What about if
know,
we can, what about Dr. Ray,
no,
if
no, no,
we
no,
can
no,
bring
you
a
know,
Puaka memory?
they don't have experience when they open to see what's inside. And I
Oh
have the
my God.
experience to see what's inside. So if they think, for people, they get dementia,
Yeah.
with the new technology, I bring the memory back to them. This is part of my job with all the technology.
God will protect
If they
you,
get the
bro,
fish
Dr.
memory,
Ray.
if they get the fish memory, remember all of you, you was my patient and I have the name and the phone number and the day I met you to give you. So I advise you to come to have the treatment to bring the memory back.
That's right. That's right.
So the deal with here, a lot of people ask, why Tonga? Why Tonga? And I never opened my mouth. And all this time they've been attacking me on the media and I've been holding my mouth, holding
Now
my
you
mouth.
expose it.
But if they continue like this, go ahead. Because what I'm saying now, it will be to the ombudsman, to the election, with all the
Ombudsman.
name and the money and the benefit.
Yes.
Then they will not be candidate on the parliament. Who's the one not respect their word? I'm telling you, they need to think. If they want to continue, continue. The damage will be everywhere. The damage will be everywhere. And the damage will reach everyone.
It's
Full
about time,
stop.
Dr. Ray, because part of our platform here is to shake the corruption in Tonga. And I think we're glad that you came in tonight and we were so open to have you to
Very, very open.
yes,
But
just bring
remember,
whatever.
remember that I'm risking my life.
Yes.
And if
And you
anything
put your
happens,
life in risk,
that
right?
will be all of them.
Nothing's going to happen. You know what's going to happen? Is the stress they put you through. You will take them to court and you will get it back 1,000 times.
Yes, because you have good heart for the people.
Yes.
You have good heart for the people of Tonga. And look at all this thing, So
And
I
I
guess
think today I answer people why Tonga. It's clear. So I don't want anyone to ask me again why Tonga.
yeah,
That's right.
now they understand why Tonga. Okay. All you have to do is go back and then watch this video so you can understand why Dr. Ray choose Tonga. So and thank you so much. I think our time is up, Dr. Ray, and we appreciate you. Did you have any final saying, anything to share before you we get off?
No, I just want, as I said at the beginning, to all the Tongan, they call themselves Christian. How many Jesus Christ you crucified by day?
Good
With
question.
creating fake information, will you allow the other corrupted people to just take and talk and you just listen?
Yeah.
Good question,
Be
Dr.
fair.
Ray.
Be
That is a
fair.
good question.
Before you throw other people with a stone, see if you throw Jesus, because Jesus said, whatever you do is other you do for me.
To Jesus, yeah.
Again,
Amen.
how
Amen.
many persons you throw them in a wrong way?
Amen, Dr.
But
Ray.
again, the wisdom said there is a time to talk and how you talk.
Yeah.
That's the wisdom.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And Dr. Ray, I'm just so proud of you because tonight you're gonna be sleeping like a baby tonight. Because
Well, every day I'm sleeping like a baby because I know myself and I know the information I have.
Yeah.
And I have this information. I save it in the computer, another hard disk, another external hard disk, another external hard disk, another external hard disk. They can't because I have all the data. being
Just
saved.
make sure you lock it up in the bank or somewhere so they won't go and
No.
search
Even
for
I
it.
have this data saved online. I
Yeah.
pay like for Apple space, I pay for Hotmail space because I never delete one email.
That's
Okay,
right.
good for you, Dr. Ray. And then say hello to Sissy. And I know, Sissy, you're listening. Ma'ofa to Kakoy. And
I
Dr.
am
Ray,
so happy
thank
for
you so
you.
much, Dr. Ray, for your time. And, we
Yes.
enjoy you every time you come in. And now I think it's a good timing for us to come out and expose this because election is coming up and, this is need to be, people need
Out
to know,
in the open.
Yes, out in the open. And we pray for your safety and your family. And, we're keeping our finger crossed. We know that your license will be coming in God's timing, in the right timing, after all this corruption
I
is
tell you,
exposed.
my license will not come when these people is still there, the register.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's why when we expose them tonight, they won't have a job tomorrow. So
Yeah,
definitely
that's
your
right.
license will be coming. And I'm pretty sure the king is listening tonight. And, so because, this kind of corruption should not be tolerated by any department of the government, So
Yeah. And
yeah.
don't run for office.
No, and don't run for
Mm.
office if you only want it for your pocket, So Ofalaya, Dr. Ray, Opatka Sisi.
Hopefully.
Yeah, thank you.
Saipe, Saipe, Saipe.
Good night.
And start make sure the Puaka are now be having this molecule so that way we can start exporting it,
Okay, maybe I need to get one of the smart monkeys.
Yes,
created
we
in-
need to get the smart monkey so they can record everything,
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
Malo,
Dr.
Dr. Ray, Ofatu, Ofat Sisi.
Yeah,
Bye.
bye.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
That's right.
Brenda, what a show tonight we have. And thank you, Brenda. I know you and me just sat there and listen to this doctor. Ko mau inga Peter boy ni Brenda, eh?
Yeah.
Mo fukakai kuna nofo e pure anga. Pena pehe kuna ngawe mai kakai. May follow pe Brenda na data ki lave pekai kapate data ki lave pe ki mite ni ma ki mo kita.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
Nakape ke fo ke tu ya ke te mokalati itonga.
Oh,
Hena
yeah.
e si fo ki pe fo ke tau tai na e he tu i.
Oh, yeah.
Gaga me ko na so ko ha weni pe ha si no mai ai fa o ya ko ni na ka ke fa o ya ko kakai. Na fa o pe ya ko ke nau kumi koloa ak.
Oh, yeah.
Pensé que ha ko ai to ke ta ki tonga. Pe ha ko ni mo hai Simeone Vuki ko ke fai ko na business. I mean, how full million pe sai ni mo lao
Foto mo lao.
foto mo lao premia
Paremia.
ke kahasa ke ai kolo ai
E ume alere e kakai. Otherwise, it charge na to.
kai ha au ni na fa o ya ke paka hage ke lao ke but smart move, you know what I'm saying? Kai ha,
Oh, yeah.
Beos ga pa na ami fu container ni maono ki Korea, pero ma o na ho full miliona,
Oh, yeah.
Ma o na ho full miliona Amerika. Na we ke to ta ane nai. Pero hai kakai na na involve he foi ho full miliona gana. Pane ha fa kiria mai kakai ko ni. Ai ko pare mi ape ya. Ai ko agris pe mo Simeone Vuki ko na ta na ko ki ai. Ki ai pe mo et ka ko. Pe kau ki ai pe mo maten ta pe. Na na kau ko ni no foi fa kau ko ni foi. Mana te na tau show mo tu po na ta mai tu po o wa ta tol miliona puria.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Ai ko te ko foi o full miliona ni na kau ya hai puria. Na kau ya ai ni hono fa o foi business ko ni. Ke ave ake, ai ko me
But
pena.
I forgot offer in ngawe. They promised him money. Hanga for dila ko Solomoni.
Koya.
And they
Koya.
took him to the Solomon Islands.
Right,
Okay?
right.
Or have him sign up for that. And he
And
never
they just
had a
use
penny.
him. Kono mo ni na dahong ape na tong awe ang ano atamay.
Yeah, use his
Because
credential,
because
use his knowledge.
hega pa na kai hano atamay. So kung may nangalag eki ko ka Dr. Ray ko hang awe Simeon Ebuki ufay. Ay ko tama ko ne hang ape ngawe ka Dr. Ray ki ma we ne u contract ki pa ospe pa hang tukwang he.
Tuguang.
Koya.
Iyo, ka koe unfortunate thing, ko ilo iko e rei kau mata i tohi ko na nauhanga sa o nauhanga ko inyo ensiniai ai tutu o nuku alofa.
Koya. Koya.
Oh my gosh, it's just scary.
I know.
Hona teke e mea ko toata. Yes.
You know, this is kind of getting to the point. It's kind of scary at the same time.
It's scary for us to even mention names.
Go yeah. Go yeah.
Hinga foke tau mention names. He kuloto pe ato ke taia ke ni o mai ki tu the way he wants it.
Go yeah. Go yeah.
You know.
Pero was time pe ke tu mai ki tu ai hinga ke na ilo he ke ilo kakai aloi mo kaka
Iyo.
Aloi mo kaka ke ma uya ke tu mai ki tu pero sia da tolia que me voy a dar aquí prenda que para mí acá ni como malo lo atu ko pe kia pe rest his soul na ta o tongo fule ne malangai ai kaka mo
Demokalate.
iyo pa bon hanga ko ne malangai ko ni
Fai totonu.
ai fai tu I mo na ha
Iyo. Iyo.
pa minute pe ne tango tu que sea aku ne hanga pe fai me pe ko na de malangai I'm gonna hang a condo. He does exactly pe I me a condo ni na hang a go malangai
Oh yeah.
Hang a cook so okay. Kagoni go malolo na think a cato no foi te me fa. Kagoni malolo go ni ko to ha ta mai I ngai me a go tau si okay na ka ke na ka mo de po tau mo to ton
Na pena kai ke ta ilo lahi ki me a ko ni ko ilo pe corruption. Na tau tala no pe ke ki mu a kai ko to ke asi mai ene ngai me a ko ni oh it's huge.
Kaga me ko ni ko o ke he ko tama ko ni ko tama poto lahi au pito
Iyo. Yes.
Ko tama ko ni o kune document everything o kune hang out document everything you know kaga ko foke o lele foke kaka he tama ko ni hono friend ko na de o mai I I don't let him any video and hang up your mention ko ani nai kaga real corruption go fight ko he tama Muslim ko no malanga me ko ne hang ko against my ya ko hai na ne fango fu ke mama hai me tonga hiria na institution he fa mau ke to tong e to lai to man
Kia Dr. Ray Moses.
He kono uhinga na as document pe Dr. Ray receipt ko to pe na ne angkisiana I mean, you can't go there and hearsay. No. If you don't have anything, a paper trail, documentation, you're not winning in the courthouse.
No, pero when witness pe ana, pero when u me au lava
support. Documentation kato, you know.
Support ella, I hope, you know, kiai.
Oh yeah. Kagamega go tafamalo he poni ki programa ko ni taya he poni pa ko newa ko programa e fefini ko health talk kana ya tau konga la ya ke tau hanga o fema pe ya ke hanga he to ta famala ala mai ai tunga ku ya he binga he ante he mitia ya na hanga tu ku hifa tama ko ni pa ke sia ko penta tau kamata mai ko tau show I'm not going to excite him going to technology going medical law. When a ilo of food outstanding. And all you can do, apply common sense. When I sat and listened to him, he's a doctor, no doubt. You know, Henenga ilom matao anaya ognemao. Oh, pagamenta na umana tu iya eo. Na ne lave ki mo hada programa da. Ko taimi ko ogne hanga ko na fitu take ko tambe ka ta Amerika. Ko nga ka nga ak system ka ispite ko ura nga finga ak fata me ka ta. Ko nga ko medical doctor ye ispite. Pe ogne login pe aki system ko ai ko nga finga ak fata hai ko en autoridad ispite pa mo Amerikani.
Yes.
FDA. Ko nga ko lava pe can recommend mai ha fahinga taha o atme Amerikani ki ha
Tunga pe tonga.
tunga pe. I mean, but then look at that. Only a doctor can be recognized in the USA. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know, I tell you one thing. That faya for kata aki ki mo ape ya. And I thought ta tonga na how ki Amerikani. But now this is back in the 90s, pe na for no pe wai. Na ha to ta ba ta ye tonga. How can American finger ke apply here in American? Pega ke lava en credential ana ke ofiofi ke tonga ko ni for medical ko American.
Yeah.
Na ga po ke lava ke ngawi American for to ta.
Koi.
Kago so ke ta no ko Dr. Ray to program gi mu atu. Na lava en credential ana ya o nga finger me ispite o finger aki for ta ha mo ka to ta America. Pela wale ke fire to recommendation dia ana ke omaya ke nga ke ka to ta ko American.
Koia.
That's the highest. That's why his credential is so high, and he can be working with the U.S. doctors. And I know those doctors in Tonga who think they doctor, they may not be able to do that. You know.
Right. He koe toke tā koe nia lini. Kapana kai ke maria ki Tonga mo te fine Tonga mo ni ofa no mari. O stake for contract kon akana da for 5 mil.
Koia.
Ia koe ki for contract time no pe ka pa angarahi
Ia pa mo Solomon pe ko na
Solomon
Solomon you know, I contract Kana hangi ko nila white Tonga. because God sent him to Tonga to find his wife, you know. So kaya ka ngata the program if ni ka to ke ka pa te ha me ke te la ke. Tong ma ko te ka mo to ko na ka pa no he pe ni. Ka pa na mo kito mo mai ke program e ni o ku ma ko ke mo te fam mo pe porque ma se no lo YouTube Tonga World News ke mo ma wa te fai ke program e ni. Because you don't want to miss that, you know?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Mala mo mai family thing from Seattle, Washington.
Ka penda ko ngai ka malo mo mea mai, mo mea.
Good night.